Welcome to my webpage, wizardofwisdom.com. I'm Trevor Emden, and as you can see, I'm in my mid-50s. I'm British, as you can probably hear, and these days my life is gorgeous. My life is just lovely. I live in a beautiful rural village in the southwest of England, a place that I absolutely love. I have a fabulous wife, been really happily married since 2008. We met in 2006, so it's been a really glorious 6-7 years so far. And my life is good, but it wasn't always so. Up until about 10 or 15 years ago, my life was a mess. Inside, I was a mess. My love life was mostly non-existent, and when it did exist, it was disastrous. My finances were also non-existent and disastrous. My friends got sick of hearing me worry and moan about money and women, and I was just never available because I couldn't afford anything, so they would ring me up and even invite me out for a drink that I couldn't go for. If my car broke down, quite often I would just have to get rid of it for scrap and rely on public transport because I just couldn't afford to have it fixed. And and here I was in my 20s and 30s, a grown man with a job, and just not able to get it together. So I did what I guess anyone would do these days. I started looking for answers, and the place I went most, because there it was the internet. And I started looking around for all kinds of answers. And I did find some, but I also found a lot of dross as well. I would then rake through the ashes of my bank balance sometimes. Over the years, I must have spent thousands, I reckon well over £6,000 or dollars, looking at stuff and going on courses and buying courses off the internet and books and recordings and all kinds of things that I really couldn't afford, but I was desperate to get some kind of help for myself and my life. And eventually I did find it, but I found it in little pieces all over the place, and I put it together myself. I blended a number of ideas took some from psychotherapy and some from metaphysics, and my own background is in psychiatry and psychotherapy as well, so I guess that sort of helped. And I put it together, and I started just asking myself, if I did this, would that make a difference? And so I would come up with a little idea, and I'd use it in my head and in my life, and I'd apply it, and I did feel a bit better, and then something would change. And then I thought, oh, it's just luck. And that's not really, it's just coincidence or luck. And then something else would change, and something else. And so I'd add a bit more to it, and something else, and something else. And gradually, I began to trust it. And eventually, I realized that not only had I figured out a kind of a step-by-step system that works, but I was living it, and I was happy, and I was successful, and I've eventually met this beautiful woman. I live in a place that's I love, the place of my dreams. Not everyone's cup of tea. It's a rural village in southwest England, but it's beautiful. I see rolling hills from my bedroom window. I drive a Mercedes, which was my dream car, and you know what? I bought it for cash. And the money in the car turned up on the same day. Out of nowhere, it seemed to me. Things just keep on happening. Now, you can say skeptical, cynical, whatever, and I wouldn't blame you, because I was. And I don't want you, if you're in a similar position, I don't want you to be spending an endless amount of time and or money, fruitlessly looking in some cases. I want to give something back here. I want to give you the steps that I took, so that you can start applying them in your own life and see how they work for you. So on this page is a couple of boxes. You put your email address and your name. Just your first name will be fine. And I will email you a link straight away to the first 3 steps. You'll get an email today for the first step, and then I'll give you the others as well, so that you can actually start applying these in your life, starting right now, today, for free. Okay, just put your name and email in there, and I'll give you the first 3 steps, and start discovering for yourself if they make a difference. So I hope that's helpful, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side, and also on the way to the top, and also on the pages you can give me your feedback and questions as well, so I'll talk to you. Okay, I look forward to seeing you there. This is Trevor Emden. I'm the Wizard of Wisdom, signing off.